Our next guest tonight is a talented performer. He's an actor and a singer and many other things. He recently starred in the miniseries America. He has written songs like Help Me Make It Through the Night and, of course, Me and Bobby McGee. And this is his brand new album right here. It's entitled Repossessed. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to our show, Kristofferson.
Trying to catch that evening train and kill the old familiar pain weaving through my tangled brain. But when I tipped my bottle back, I smacked into a cop I didn't see. That policeman said, "Mr. Cool, if you ain't drunk, then you're a fool." I said, "If that's against the law, then tell me why I never saw a man locked in that jail of yours who wasn't either black or poor as me." Well, that was when someone turned out the light. I wound up in jail to spend the night and dream of all the wine and lonely girl in this best of all possible world. Well, I woke up next morning feeling like my head was gone and like my thick old tongue was a-licking something sick and wrong. I told that man I'd sell my soul for something wet and cold as that old cell. That kindly jailer grinned at me, all eaten up with sympathy, and poured himself another beer and came and whispered in my ear, "Booze is just a dime a bottle, boy, you couldn't even buy the smell." I said I knew there was something I liked about this town, but it takes more than that to bring me down, down, down. 'Cause there's still a lot of wine and lonely girl in this best of all possible world. Now that was a long time ago, don't you know? We don't get in trouble like that anymore. Oh, listen, that boy played that piano, played his way right out of jail, just like that Billy. Set me free, that I'd be leaving town if I knew what was good for me. I said it's nice to learn that everybody's so concerned about my health. I said I won't be leaving no more quicker than I can, 'cause I've enjoyed about as much of this as I can stand. I don't need this town of yours more than I never needed nothing else. There's still a lot of drinks that I ain't drunk and I ain't going to, and lots of pretty thoughts that I ain't drunk. And Lord, there's still so many lonely girls in this best of all possible world. Just call me the happy optimist.
Gentlemen, Kris, good to see you. Come on over. We're going to do a commercial. We'll be right back, folks. Kris, nice to see you again. Thank you for being here. What was that song about? Being in prison? Is that what it was about?
Oh, being in jail, not
in
prison.
Jail? You ever been in jail?
A few times.
Yeah.
I've had,
what's the longest you were incarcerated?
Overnight, mainly. It was just for drunk and disorderly and stuff like that. The last time I was in jail, actually, I was pretty recently.
You say just for drunk and disorderly.
Well, I went in with Martin Sheen and a bunch of people at this nuclear test site
up in California.
In Nevada, and they asked me there and said, "This is the first time you've been arrested." I said, "On purpose." It is. But I think I've been in jail 3 times for carrying on.
And for carrying on. And for the kids looking in, you wouldn't recommend it?
Oh, never. Yeah. No, they didn't have any mattresses on the beds.
Yeah.
I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, I know.
I don't do any of that
But
stuff
I think all of us have gone through a period in our lives that perhaps we are lucky to get out of alive.
Yeah, well, some of us have even thrown chairs at little old ladies.
Yeah, well, that's true. Exactly. Where'd you go to college in this country? I'm fascinated about this Rhodes Scholarship deal. Where'd you go to school here?
I went to Pomona College, a small liberal arts college out in California.
And you qualified for the Rhodes Scholarship?
Yeah.
So you go to England, you study at Oxford?
Yeah.
Now, what's that like after attending college in Pomona? Not that there's anything wrong with Pomona. Suddenly you're at Oxford.
Well, it's a lot freer. Over there. They have one like tutorial a week, and then you write a paper, and you can go out and you can do it any way you want to. You don't have to go to classes or anything.
And are there kids in England working real hard, hopefully one day, so they'll be able to attend school in Pomona? Probably not.
Possibly. Pomona's a good school.
Yeah. You also a helicopter pilot?
Yeah. I did as many things as I could do in my life because I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to do.
Life experience.
Well, yeah, I was trying to be like Jack London or Hemingway or something.
One of the great helicopter pilots.
One of the great. But he did a lot of things. Yeah. I worked just about every construction job you could do in California and Alaska and Wake Island, and eventually in the Army I went through jump school and ranger school and flight school.
So you really have done an awful lot of stuff.
Well, I've been a lot of different things.
Were you a good pilot?
I thought I was the hottest pilot in Europe at the time. I just ran into my old crew chief two nights ago. We were playing in Maryland, and this guy came up and he was telling my band how exciting it was to fly with me. You know, I said, it must have been a little bit hairy. He said, yeah, when we washed our skids in the Rhine River that time we did. But he said,
now what does that mean exactly? Explain that to us. That means you're hovering over the river.
No, we weren't hovering. We were going as fast as we could, as low as we could under a bridge.
Your water's under the bridge.
Under a bridge.
Well, now see, Chris, this is.
But he said the thing that was really the one that really made a man of him was the time that I tried to get in the helicopter 3 times and I couldn't miss the door. And he said, I pulled the hood down over my eyes and said, if I turn real green, if I look sick, you grab the stick over there. I think he was the bravest man in the 8th Infantry Division.
Now, why were you in that condition?
Drunk and disorderly again. That was in my youth. I don't do anything anymore.
But you can't. I mean, even if you were a passenger in a helicopter, you shouldn't be drunk to the point of being nauseous.
No, I wasn't still drunk. I was hungover then.
Oh, you were hungover. Yeah. And did it affect your flying abilities? You could still get it under the bridge?
I think fear probably cleared my windows of perception enough.
You worked on an oil rig for a while?
Yeah, I was out there for about 2 years while I was still trying to be a songwriter, and it was sort of like 7 days out there and then 7 days off.
You worked as a pilot there also?
Yeah, I was flying a helicopter out to the oil rig.
That must be an odd existence for those guys because they're 2 or 3 miles off the coast and there's nothing out there.
It's like Alcatraz, only they don't lock the doors. There's no wine, women, or song, and you couldn't wait to get back in and go raise hell in Nashville.
The emblem here is Kris Kristofferson and the Border Lords Repossessed, and you're traveling around the country now, aren't you?
Yeah, we're playing Bottom Line.
Great to see you again, Kris. Thank you very much.
Good luck. Thanks for plugging it.
We'll be right back, folks. Last date. My thanks to Coach Knight and also Kris Kristofferson, who now would like to say a word on behalf of the band.
I want to thank you for letting me play with that band over there. That's the best band on TV.
And your band is right up there.
My band's right up there in the audience.
Thank you very much, folks. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Kris.